We have a very crowded panel discussion here, and to start with, guys, literally 20 seconds self-introduction. Lucy, I will start with you.
Yes, hi everyone. My name is Lucy Chow. I am an investor in this space, gaming esports. I've also just authored a book titled Changing the Game, discover how gaming and esports is redefining business careers, education, and the future.
Right, thank you. Carl, can you be the next one to introduce yourself?
Yes, my name is Runefelt. I am a serial entrepreneur in crypto. I'm the founder of CryptoJobs.com, and I've invested in over 400 crypto startups. And I am also a very, very good friend of Davinci J15.
Hey, yes, my name is Davinci Jeremie. My channel is Davinci J15. I've been talking about Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies since March of 2011, when I bought my first Bitcoin at $1, and I'm most famous for telling everybody to buy just $1 worth of Bitcoin.
Hi, my name is Eran Elhanani. I'm the co-founder of BullPerks, one of the top 3 launchpads in the space today, as well as GamesPad, one of the biggest gaming metaverse and NFT ecosystem. I've been in this space for the last 10 years. I invested in over 100 projects.
Thank you, Darrach. Can you be the next one?
Yeah, hi. My name is Darrach Campbell. I'm the management director of a company called eSports Management Group. And I'm also head of investments at the family office of Dawalibi Global Investments. I am transitioning full-time into the world of investments, and we focus purely upon seed and pre-seed investments within the tech and Web3 space. Thanks.
Thank you. Well, Paul, you've just been on stage,
yeah,
but just in case.
We'll save my 20 seconds. I'm a huge gamer. Everyone should go check out my book, Metaverse Dream. There you go. Something new.
Awesome. Perfect. Wonderful. So, guys, I'm also pretty new to the gaming area, but I'm very fascinated by this, and I'm learning to. I'm looking forward to learn a lot from you today. So I would like to start with the following. I've been doing a little research, and I saw that it is forecasted that the Middle East is going to hit the $5 billion market in gaming in just 2 years from now. And currently it's less than 2, so it's 1.8 billion, which is remarkable growth in just 2 years. So I would like to ask you, what do you feel about this forecast? Are they realistic even, or they will be even higher? Carl, do you want to be the first one to jump?
I think it's very clear that crypto gaming is going to be a huge market, because if you look at gaming itself, traditional Web 2 gaming, it's already an industry which is 9 times bigger than the whole music industry and 3 times bigger than the movie industry. It's massive. So some people don't really understand those facts. In terms of revenue, it's a massive industry, because when you listen to a song, you pay maybe, I don't know, what, $9 a month for Spotify. And if you go to a movie, you pay one time to go watch a movie. But for games, you sit and you pay over and over, and you buy more and more, and you progress in the game, and over months or even years sometimes, you spend so much money usually, if you really love the game. So that's why the revenue is massive. And that's just traditional gaming. And then when you apply crypto to that, Web3 going into Web2 or vice versa, it's really mind-blowing how early we are in that industry, and how big that industry is going to become. I think it's going to be a multi-trillion-dollar industry, just crypto gaming alone. And I think the traditional gaming studios will transition into crypto gaming, Web3 gaming very, very soon.
Okay, thank you. Eran, from your perspective, like 10 years of experience is a lot. So what do you feel about that? You've been in crypto, you've been in gaming, so I'm very curious to know.
Yes, I also believe that it's going to be a big sector. I mean, this is why we actually opened GamesPad. We believe that it's the NFT space, the gaming, the metaverse is going to be the future. I mean, we see every kid now on the computer at age 3, 4, they're already on their iPads or on their phones playing games, probably more sophisticated than us at this point. So I definitely believe it's the future. Regarding the area, you see that Dubai, Abu Dhabi, and Saudi are competing. Who's going to be the first? Who's going to attract more? Giving more grants, giving more funds. I do think that they might be racing a little bit too fast. And when you race too fast, you make mistakes. But all in all, I think that they know what they're doing. It's going to be a big future here for the gaming space. And this area is definitely going to be dominant.
Right, perfect. We have probably the people who've been living in the Middle East for quite a long time, who's Lucy and Darrach as well. You saw the evolution, let's say. How do you feel it's going to go forward? Lucy?
Yeah, I mean, just following up on the fact that this region has plowed and is plowing more money than in any time in history into gaming and esports is significant, right? Saudi, the UAE, that's one reason why we're going to have this ramp up to 5 billion very shortly. You know, there's people on this stage that the government has actively tapped to bring in to build this ecosystem, and that's fabulous. So we need the talent, but we're bringing in the talent. We need everything, right? The developers, we need the localization, and very importantly, the education. So I'm also seeing, I was talking to a Canadian company the other day, and all they do is teach coding, teach game development, and their aspiration is to get those programs into every high school in the UAE. So those are just examples of the growth.
Right. Darrach, do you have anything to add to that?
Yeah, similar thoughts, really. We have Saudi, we have Abu Dhabi, we have Dubai, we have everyone competing to bring the biggest companies, the biggest entities. They're giving incentives for people to register here in the region. They want to attract the best talent, you know. So I think it's a really exciting time. We will hit that milestone, and between now and that specific date, there's so much more that we're doing. As Lucy alluded to, we're building on the education. We're adding more gaming centres and infrastructure projects. The world is really capable of delivering. The Middle East is really capable of delivering beyond that, in my opinion.
Thank you. Well, coming from the blockchain space, I know the power and importance of the community, and I trust that in gaming, the community is also very important. The community of gamers, of developers, of investors, whatever. So, Paul, on that side, I will jump to you because you've been talking about the community and monetizing this community. So how do you feel about the Middle East? Is it growing? Is it need some fuel more? Or what's happening?
Yeah, I'm probably going to insult half the people on this stage and 75% of the people in this room. But I think crypto has no business in gaming. Zero business. And I think gamers as a community have rejected crypto and NFTs pretty thoroughly. It's not sort of a question. Almost every Web3 game has been a failure. I'll leave out catastrophic. It's been a failure. And I think we have to listen to that. We have to pay attention to that. It's too easy to say it's Dubai, crypto's hot here, let's take all the crypto people and gaming's exciting, see how they can do gaming stuff. I think this is the wrong approach, and what I worry about for the region is if Dubai goes down this path of focusing on Web3 gaming, blockchain gaming, crypto gaming, I think in 3 years there will be no gaming industry here. I think there needs to be a real grassroots approach around building gaming companies, Web2 games, building games that people actually want to play, fun games focused on fun, not focused on tokens or economics. And I think this is how you build a sustainable ecosystem and where there is a multi-trillion-dollar opportunity in the region. And if you look at Saudi, most of their money is not going into Web3 games. Most of their money is going into eSports, which we can have that debate also. But they're definitely not looking at the intersection of crypto and gaming because I think gamers as a community don't want this.
Well, actually, that's a very interesting suggestion. I can actually agree on that. Because what happened in the Web3 before, and Web3 gaming, is that everybody were focused, as you said, on tokens, on making quick money, on play to earn concept. People not playing to earn money.
Know what? Play to earn is the worst thing that's ever happened to gaming
Right?
in the last 25 years of gaming. No one cares about earning. Like
Everybody care for the game itself.
I disagree.
Play for fun.
I absolutely disagree.
Also, please.
Okay, first
Davinci.
off, right? I notice there's a lot of old people here, right? So I understand how you might not see that. But if you're a kid, right, and you got nothing else to do, and you want to play a game, you want to make money too. So, hello, it makes sense to play and earn money so that you can buy stuff. Instead of like, I don't know, getting a job. Who wants that?
So what are the big play-to-earn games that have been massively successful because every kid wants to earn?
Okay, listen, you know what? We came out with a whole bunch of play-to-earn games that flop. Why? Because it's new. It's a new industry. Of course there's going to be flops. And eventually there's going to be a play-to-earn game that's going to do well. And what you going to say about that? Oh, look at that, because they have the great model. Yes, and it takes time to find the right model, but it will be found. And I think when they tokenize the fact that, hey, you know what, I'm playing this game, I'm the owner of this game through a token, you'll be able to transfer that token ownership to someone else, either by a sale or just give it to somebody. That is going to be huge.
I want to add on that I agree that play to earn is the wrong concept. I had an article about it, but play and earn
Right,
is
yeah.
the right concept. People coming to play anyway, so why not reward them and give them another incentive? Because my days, if you were sitting at home and playing games, you just wasted time. Today, you actually can make money, and good money for it. So why not? And this space is going to flourish because of that. And the reason why a lot of these games flopped in the past is because it takes time to develop a AAA game. It's not that most of the games that flopped were games that were developed in 2-3 months. Let's see what happens when a 3 or 5 year game is going to come to the market, when the market is more educated. And in that regards, NFTs, you know, having your own assets that you can afterwards, when you leave the game, you can actually sell it. So all the work that you put years or hours of gaming, you can actually monetize it and get rewarded for it. That's a big game changer in the space.
I agree with you there. So basically, the game has to be fun to play, and then if you earn as a consequence of having fun, that's the right way to do it. It's the same way, honestly, with life. If you work in a job that you hate, then it's not really like the way to make money. But when you have fun and through passion you build something, and then you make money on the side, it's more like it's the right way of thinking about it. So these play-to-earn games, and I agree with you, the most of the play-to-earn games are pretty shit, and they are structured around just making like a basic little income, and it's the wrong type of audience demographic playing those games, and those game economies will probably always break eventually. But at some point there will come a game that thought about all of the different aspects of a crypto game, the game economy and everything, and made it a fun to play traditional gaming experience, but with the Web3 elements and the fact that you can make money from it if you do well in the game. And that would be a game changer. That would be like the singularity point of crypto gaming when it switches from Web 2 to Web 3, I think. And that's why I'm, for example, very excited for Medieval Empires, where the point of Medieval Empires is to make a proper fun to play game, and then if people make money playing the game, that's a big bonus. But that's not the core part of the game. And I think if you think like that, then you made the game in the wrong way.
Paul, do you have anything to add to this before we jump to another question?
A lot. I don't want to monopolize like Darrach, Lucy. Look, the reality is putting a game in a play-to-earn box or play and earn or anything you want other than play for fun is like me telling you, make me a fun slot machine. You can't, right? You're limited by the structure of these games that are essentially inverse Ponzi schemes. That's what they are. And so by their nature, I don't think they can ever be fun. And I think crypto people too quickly discount the downsides of a Web3 game, namely, you need a crypto wallet to play them. Right off the bat, your player base goes from 3 billion potential players to 300, 200 million, right off the bat.
Wrong. You know why? Because kids, they're willing to do the work in order to understand Web3 in order to play, so, and make money. They're willing to do you think that is mostly adults in alts? No, it's the younger generation that's in alts. In fact, a lot of people on TikTok are kids that follow me because they want to learn how to get into crypto. So obviously they're going to do the work, but adults are not. And they're the ones who are going to actually drive this space, this crypto space, not adults. Because they're too
afraid. This utopia of portability of NFTs, I mean, this is a rabbit hole of, like, this is crypto people hoping to find a problem for their solution.
I think you're smoking the cheap stuff, man. It's Dubai, you're not allowed that.
Right, anyways, let's move on. I mean, we still have some time. And I want to go to Lucy now and speak a little bit more about educational side of the question, because whatever we go in the next 2 years, 5 years, whatever, it's also about the education for the kids as well, or for the adults. What is gaming? How do we approach this?
No, and I think it's really exciting, and actually I think Darrach has some very interesting news on his side that he's been working with a very large school group. But I think there is acknowledgement in the region because we need the talent. So what do we need? We need future coders. I mentioned all of that earlier. And we need to start building that capacity early. So there are schools where the focus is to try to incorporate these skill sets into curriculum. And this is also the future of work, right? This is my whole focus as to why we should all be focused on gaming and esports. There is relevance to all of us. It doesn't even matter right now if you're not in that space, but it's a sector that we should all be focusing on. And schools that are progressive, we have the most private schools in the world in Dubai, in this one place. And so you can bet these schools are on top of wanting to make sure that they're giving the best skill sets for the next generation.
But the Middle East goes beyond Dubai, even beyond Emirates. So Darrach, maybe you can drive us through the question of like Middle East and infrastructure. Are we prepared for accumulating all that gaming industry?
Yeah, look, I think so. I think the Middle East is ready. When we talk about education, I always think about my own kids. You know, I have 2 daughters. They're 8 and 7. And the last panel they discussed about women in esports in terms of the ages that they can get involved. And their school really pushes the agenda. Really pushes their ability to be able to learn, to be able to take it home, to be able to practice, which is something that's really great to see. So as an organization, we're very focused on working with the best educational providers to develop leagues, platforms, everything that falls under that narrative to make this successful.
And I actually love it, like the story of your 2 daughters becoming gamers themselves, like, and actually interacting with the world and with you, spending quality time with their father, which is great. That's so natural right now. So that's beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, the most quality time that I've spent with my daughters is on Roblox. You know, those kids love it. And I've been within Roblox, waiting outside of changing rooms, watching them in my own avatar, changing different outfits. It's crazy what they can do. So yeah, it's a great time for education and gaming and esports in general in the Middle East.
Awesome. So we still have slight time just for the last question to each and every of my speakers, and that would be, guys, for you. I mean, there are lots of technologies. Some of them you like, some of them you don't like, or you're advocating for them, or on the other side. What technology right now do you think will become the biggest game changer or a driver for the gaming and esports? And Paul, I will start with you.
My company's called Holodeck. I believe sort of this 10-year, 15-year vision around human beings building holodecks. If you're a Star Trek nerd, you know what that is. But sort of these completely immersive gaming environments, virtual worlds that don't require goggles, that don't require special equipment. I think we will be plugged in. We will spend decades of our life plugged in to these games, essentially. And so I think that's what I'm most excited about long term. In the short term, just gamification of everything, applying gaming principles to all kinds of other industries.
Until that complete plug-in, how long do you think it will take us?
15 years.
15 years. Okay, perfect. Lucy, what is the technology you think is the key driver?
Yeah, my technology is actually related to just connectivity and human beings, and I actually think the driver and the big thing to look out for in the region will be opportunities to bring more tournaments into the region, which is already happening, more events like this. And the other thing to really look out for is, because we're so focused on tourism, eSports hotels.
Right. Carl, so is it blockchain which is going to change everything or something else in your mind?
For gaming itself, I think blockchain is not necessarily going to change everything for gaming, because games will still, like, the games should still be fun to play. They have been fun to play and they will continue to be fun to play, but it's more about giving more power to the players with blockchain. So you own your assets and you could make money from the game. I don't think it's gonna, the point is not to change gaming forever. It's more about just making them better and making sure that you can own your assets, more power to the people. So, but yeah, it's an improvement for sure.
Okay, Davinci?
I really think it's NFTs, baby. Why is that? Because, you know, corporations are rent seekers, right? And with NFTs, they can actually get royalties. Imagine you can have NFTs being passed around and they still get paid as people transfer them around. Hello? That's an easy win for all the corporations. That's why they're going crazy with NFTs. And that's where you're going to see the biggest gain in the future for crypto.
Eran, what is your technology of choice?
So for me right now, I'm looking at AI because, for example, for gamings that we're developing right now, you can see that AI is the future. To generate a 3D for an artist would take a week to two to do the development, then the rendering and everything, the movements. With AI, I believe once it really catches, it will be very fast. So assets will be higher quality, faster development, it will save time, it will save cost for all the game developments. Same thing, for example, right now we're experiencing just text or speech into actual game mechanics. I mean, people write, change the color of the car into red and it just changes it, or change it to this kind of model. Changing the avatar just by speaking or by typing. I mean, there's a lot of opportunities with AI right now, so we're really exploring that aspect.
And probably with this, even the plot of the game can become even more dynamic. Literally
Yes.
changing
People
depending
actually
on your
creating
decision.
their own.
Really.
Yes.
Please, Darrach, what is your technology?
Yeah, I think it's a combination of everything. But what we're really focused upon is building something special for Dubai. So we're undertaking a huge real estate project, a 180,000 square meter project that will be based in Dubai. It will have everything: a dedicated esports stadium, metaverse pavilion, educational hubs, everything to make Dubai a success, and that's what we're really focused on.
Right, well, thank you very much, guys, for jumping on the panel. At least we have more speakers today, and I hope the discussion was interesting to you. Definitely was exciting for me. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you once again, Vasilisa and her